In 1947, India gained its independence from British colonial rule and became an independent nation. The joy of the moment was celebrated far and wide. A national holiday has been declared on the day ever since, and present-day celebrations include a grand parade at the Red Fort in the capital, cultural events nationwide, and kite flying. But feasting is also at the center of it all. Sweets are distributed amongst revelers. Delicacies are colored in the tricolour. And eateries and restaurants across the country put their best fare forward. So, on India's 77th Independence Day, let's celebrate the various ways in which food has played a patriotic role, starting with some iconic Indian restaurants and eateries that have been standing strong since pre-independence. Connaught Place in New Delhi has been the city's historic commercial centre since it was built in 1933. It also became the perfect place for some small-time businessmen of the time to take a chance on setting up restaurants that they felt would satiate the appetites of the variety of people that visited it. One such duo was Pishorilal Lamba and Iqbal Ghai, who started the Quality restaurant in the Outer Circle in 1940 as a hand-churned ice cream shop that mainly served American GIs who were stationed in Delhi during the Second World War. It soon became one of the city's first fine dining restaurants, serving both continental and Indian cuisine. The deliberate choice to spell quality with a K instead of a Q was an attention-grabbing strategy that came to them without any formal marketing training and went on to become the name of their popular ice cream brand that also developed alongside.
My father, Mr. P.L. Lamba, he came from what is today Pakistan, you see, and one of his college friends also came with him. Because, my father always used to say that, it was very difficult for them to get a job, you see. So, in 1940, they decided to come to Delhi. And mind you, I don't know what was the population of Delhi, but I think there were opportunities and all for people who, for entrepreneurs, for people who, had the drive and all, you see, to maybe set up a business.
The restaurant has gone through a few renovations till date, with the last one being in 2018. The decor is a throwback to the yesteryears, with wooden furniture, a piano lounge, and memorabilia across the walls. But most importantly, their signature dishes like chana bhatura continue to be relished by loyalists across generations. One such patron is food historian, writer and Padma Shri Pushpesh Pant.
I also remember that a great celebration in '67 with my friend who had got his Rhodes Scholarship that year. We came here. It was supposed to be the place to go and celebrate. And you can't imagine the prices. For 10 rupees, we had 2 hamburger steaks, 2 soups, split a dessert and tipped the waiter. It continued like this. People keep coming here for chole bhature. It's a special house recipe. So quality is one place which you find mentioned anytime you talk of. This is partly Punjabi chole bhature, partly continental food like hamburger steak and the cutlets, partly caramel custard and things of that kind, or ice cream. It was iconic.
Initially, they were making ice cream also on the premises, and then they were serving, you see, fish and chips, and then during the Second World War, there were a lot of American GIs over here. So they, I think, interacted a lot with those people and got a lot of ideas from them as to how you see they should run the business. If you look at the menu and all, if you'll go to 10 restaurants, I think they may have chicken a la Kiev, they'll have chicken stroganoff, you see it. But I think the signature dish, you see, chana bhatura, I think this was really our creation, I would say. And I think even today, I would say that nobody can match our chana bhatura. I think especially when the foreigners come to a restaurant and the waiter walks through the restaurant and they see that the bhatura and all, and I make sure that the bhatura, each and every bhatura has got to look like a ball.
Around the corner from quality, in the inner circle of Connaught Place, is the Wenger's pastry shop. Here too, history runs deep. Started in the 1920s by a Swiss couple living in Delhi, it ran as a swinging restaurant with a live band for many years before settling down as a savoury and sweet pastry shop. The manager, Charanjit Singh, has seen it all over his 5 decades of service with the establishment.
Start हुआ था ये 1926 में.
Wenger's was started in 1926 by a Swiss couple whose surname was Wenger. When they were leaving India in 1945, they sold it to Brij Mohan Tandon, whose family still owns it.
श्री ब्रिज मोहन टंडन जी को बेचकर चले गए थे. और रेस्टोरेंट में Guyanese बैंड था.
We used to have a Guyanese band with a female lead singer. We had created a lovely musical atmosphere. Wenger's was known as the best restaurant around for its ambience and food.
सबसे बढ़िया रेस्टोरेंट यही गिना जाता था वेंगर्स ही. ऊपर वेंगर्स में जो थे एक.
There were 3 rooms upstairs, a green, red and a rendezvous room. The green room was reserved for politicians to hold their meetings.
मीटिंग्स के लिए हुआ करता था. इवन यहाँ तो अशोक अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी साहब भी आए हैं यहाँ.
Personalities like Jagjeevan Ramji and Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, when he was party leader, have visited this place.
Today, their Shami kebabs, chicken patties, and signature chocolate fudge have become staple items for both old loyalists and the present generation. Despite the number of bakeries that have come up across the city over the years, Wenger's still seems to swing.
बाकी कस्टमर भी हमारे बहुत अच्छे
Generations and generations of customers have been coming to us for the quality and variety we offer.
उनको वहाँ रिस्पेक्ट मिलती है, क्वालिटी मिलती है, वैरायटी मिलती है.
Over to Kolkata, and the Armenia chain of restaurants has played a key role in shaping the city as a biryani haven. The first of the 8 outlets was started in 1929 on Zakaria Street by the late Abdul Rahim, who brought in a strong Lucknowi Awadhi influence to the cuisine. It is presently run by the same family. The establishment has seen many interesting times through the pre- and post-independence years between plates of mutton rezala, Armenia special curry, and of course, the signature biryani with a potato and boiled egg thrown in.
इसका जो अभी ओनर है उनका नाम है मोहम्मद अतहर. मैंने जो देख रहे हैं इनका.
The current owner of this restaurant is Mohammad Azhar. Armenia can be counted as one of the oldest establishments of Kolkata. We have spotted popular Bengali artists, both old and new here. They really enjoyed our dishes. Armenia was also Uttam Kumar's favorite. He relished the Armenia special biryani.
अभी हम उत्तम कुमार के बारे में सुने हैं कि उनको फेवरेट था यहाँ का आर्मेनिया स्पेशल बिरयानी. यहाँ का उनको बहुत फेवरेट था.
Given the pleasant lull an Armenia meal can put one in, a coffee at the Indian Coffee House on Bankim Chatterjee Street would be a natural progression. This iconic building has been visited by filmmakers, writers, poets, and revolutionaries since the Coffee Board took it over in 1942 and named it the Indian Coffee House in 1947, the year of independence. Debates and discussions continue to echo between its walls over copious cups of hot and iced coffee, cutlets and fish fry at prices that are low enough to justify that time stands still here.
और यहाँ ये एक
This was a preferred spot for politicians and government officials to hold their meetings. Personalities such as Rabindranath Tagore, Subhash Chandra Bose and Nazrul Islam Khan were amongst the popular ones to have visited this place. There have also been people who have later gone on to become famous, whose names I can't remember, who have visited us.
इतने बेहतरीन कॉफी आप इस्तेमाल करेंगे उसमें आपका
Our coffee beans are pure and fresh without any adulterations. The black coffee is so famous that people spend 20 rupees to travel here and have a cup that's worth 22 rupees. You can pass your time and relax by ordering a cup of coffee and reading your newspaper, and the policy of this coffee house dictates that we do not disturb the customer even if he hasn't touched his cup for hours.
Of all the old eateries and dining establishments in Mumbai, the Pancham Puriwala in Balad Estate goes back 170 years. Started by a villager named Pancham Das Sharma who came to Mumbai in the 1840s on a bullock cart from Agra, it serves its legendary puri bhaji to hundreds of customers daily under the management of the present generation.
That time he struggled. He started with a small place next to the Phansi Talab, which now is the BT station. Opposite that, we had a place, small thing. Then when Bazaar was building up, we took a small shop in this place, and from there the story started. The biggest personality, which we know that we have heard that who had come here was Mahatma Gandhi. He has eaten here, and anybody personality bigger than that is naming anybody else in front of him, they look small, however big they will be. We serve the best puris in Bombay. That's all, and the world knows that.
In India, laddus and celebration go hand in hand. But interestingly, this ancient Indian sweet, along with some other sugary delights, also doubled up as a method of communication between Indian freedom fighters. The idea developed from the fact that no one would suspect a box of sweets to mean anything other than, well, a box of sweets.
Sweets were used as some kind of a crypt. You know, it was a encrypted message. You would say, a packet of laddus sent to Calcutta, which would mean handmade bombs were to be dispatched on a particular day. Or it would be the other way around. You would say, Bombay Sindhi Halwa sent to Delhi, which means that somebody is coming out to carry on an assassination attempt. Or you would have a Sandesh, which means message. It goes back to the days of Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Durga Bhabhi, and everybody, you know. And they were using handmade bombs. That's how one of them died, and Durga Bhabhi lived to be a ripe old age. So these were people who were using innovative messaging through sweets.
Some old sweet shops in Old Delhi also doubled up as places where revolutionaries could disguise themselves as staff to avoid the British eye.
Freedom fighters जैसे कि आते थे उस टाइम पे उनको
Freedom fighters used to come here to stay low profile, yet accessible to their people. Sweet shops and dhabas were ideal hideouts.
Eyes of every people. तो इस तरीके से एक स्वीट शॉप जो होती थी या ढाबा होता है वो फ्रीडम फाइटर्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा वो हाइडिंग पॉइंट होता था.
Some of these shops have stood the test of time and are still serving puri, halwa and ghevar from the same spot as they did in 1910. The present generation of the families that run them have been passed down some interesting anecdotes.
मेरे ग्रैंडफादर ने बताया था कि उस टाइम पे सब लोगों को फ्री में खिलाया गया था कि
My grandfather had told me that here people used to be fed for free to celebrate independence without judging their status.
भाई जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे दुकान पे काफ़ी चीज़ें फेमस हैं, आपने देखा होगा सुना होगा
You must have heard of our famous delicacy, bedmi, but the most popular one is matar ki kachori. It's unbeatably good, and the one to introduce it was Jawaharlal Nehru. He used to love the kachoris from Allahabad, but for the sake of convenience, he asked us to start making it.
बट पहले काफ़ी दिनों के रास्ते होते थे. आज जाना है और पता नहीं कब पहुँचेंगे कब नहीं पहुँचेंगे, तो इसलिए उन्होंने दिल्ली में हमारे यहाँ से स्टार्ट कराई.
For foodies of all flavors in a world where borders are melting faster than butter on a hot naan, Indian cuisine is also taking the global food scene by storm. From the bustling streets of Mumbai to the cozy corners of New York, the irresistible allure of Indian flavors is capturing hearts and stomachs worldwide. Picture this: the sizzle of spices, the burst of colors, and an aroma that could make anyone's nostrils do the happy dance. That's the magic of Indian cuisine, and the world is gobbling it up faster than you can say tikka. This is clearly the rock star of the Indian culinary parade, the mighty chicken tikka. Born in the tandoori ovens of Punjab, it has found its way into the hearts and plates of diners from London to Los Angeles. Not too far apart is the smoky and savory sensation known as tandoori chicken. This flavorful and juicy preparation of joy has become a global party favorite, making appearances at gatherings from Sydney to Sao Paulo. Then there is the mouth-watering medley called chana masala. These plump chickpeas dancing in a rich tomato gravy have earned a place at dinner tables around the world, uniting spice enthusiasts with their bold flavors. The world has also been getting its hands deep into the dosa over the years. Hailing from the southern part of India, this crepe-like delight is as versatile as it is delicious. Whether wrapped around a spicy potato filling or accompanied by coconut chutney, the dosa has marched from Chennai to Chicago, stealing hearts with its crispy charm. While various types of dal have become popular worldwide, dal makhani has earned its place in the Hall of Culinary Fame. This buttery lentil dish is slow cooked to perfection and has made it to kitchens from Punjab to Pennsylvania. But hold on to your aprons because the grand finale is here. Let's raise a glass or cup to the iconic masala chai. This spice tea with its aromatic embrace has won hearts from Mumbai to Manhattan, making caffeine aficionados swap their lattes for a touch of India. From savory to spicy, sweet to sensational, Indian cuisine's journey to global fame has been nothing short of a gastronomic adventure.
I would think that things combined to make Indian food popular were yoga, Ayurveda, interest in Indian music, and India becoming the largest exporter of milk, vegetables, fruits, rice grains, sugar. It helped.
While India has been flavoring the world with its delicacies, the world seems to have also taken note of the potential in India's food and beverage sector. From coffee to pizzas, ice cream to shawarmas, and chocolate to sushi. International brands have opened restaurants, cafes, and stores across the country. The growing middle class and the Indian appetite for a variety of cuisine are at the forefront of these endeavors. But opening up in India comes with a caveat.
What makes me very optimistic is the foreign chains have to make compromises to Indian taste. McDonald's has to have an aloo tikki burger. Domino's has to have a Navratra ka pizza. So people have to make changes to Indian palate, Indian taboos, Indian flavors. There is a regional pizza in Punjab, regional pizza down south, regional pizza in chips, potato chips. So I'm very happy about that. India's diversity should be recognized, India's size should be recognized, India's potential should be recognized, and we should celebrate it.
Now for a celebration of nutrition. A world where millets take the spotlight, courtesy of a visionary proposal by the Indian government. The International Year of Millets 2023, a triumph recognized by the United Nations and the Food and Agriculture Organization. Originally sustaining rural and tribal communities in India with rustic dishes like finger millet steamed balls and sorghum flatbread, millets transcended mere sustenance.
When you talk of rediscovering millets, the PM underlined something very obvious, but most people live on millets in India, the poor people. Karnataka has ragi, Gujarat and Rajasthan has bajra, further down south peninsular India have jowar and jaw. You go to east in Bihar is ragi and madua, in Uttarakhand is madua. So what are we talking about? Half the Indians are living on millets. It is high minerals, high vitamins. Fair enough. I think it's a great idea.
Through generations, women shared culinary wisdom safeguarding millet traditions in rural India. Today, mainstream society is reawakening to millets' forgotten virtues. Millets have exceptional attributes: gluten-free, rich in iron, calcium and fiber, a boon for blood sugar management. Aligned with this agricultural potential, the Indian government has embarked on a transformative journey to encourage millet growth and consumption. A strategic shift from branding millets as coarse grains to nutri cereals spearheads this endeavor. From north to south, east to west, Indian states have embraced the year of millets with gusto. Festivals, workshops and exhibitions echoed the vibrancy of this initiative as communities came together to honor these tiny grains. In the heart of it all were the farmers, embracing their role as millet ambassadors. With determination, they planted the seeds of sustainability, reaping the rewards of a greener future. From an idea to an international celebration, the International Year of Millets 2023 was a testament to the power of vision, unity, and nutrition. We hope to witness the revival of millets from forgotten traditions to newfound gastronomic and agricultural horizons. We also hope that Indian culture and cuisine continue to blend together and showcase India's diversity, one dish at a time.